Hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. In this video, I'm going to talk about what to do when they pull away. They can be your specific person. It's obviously going to be a specific person, but it really can be anyone. What do you do when someone pulls away? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Before I jump in, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel in the corner or below. Also know that I'm doing my workshop today at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and the workshop is called Become Magnetic, Irresistible, and Wildly Attractive. It is a self-love course. It is a course about coming into your fullness, your magnetism, your irresistibility. This is really one of my favorite subjects. I've been talking about it for years, and I'm really excited to dive into this workshop with you guys. So if you want to join, there's still spaces left. Click the link below, and I'd love to have you in there. Okay, so let's jump into this video. What do you do when someone pulls away from you? There's a couple things. The first thing that is quite important, and actually, fierce self-love and like really strong self-love is gonna help you with this first step. And it's in many ways, it's the most important step. That first step of what to do when someone pulls away is you don't go after them. You do not go after them. So if you were to impulsively go after them, I understand. I've been in that place before. I understand what it feels like to be left. It does not feel good. Now, the reason I don't advise going after them is because that impulse is to chase after, and the impulse to chase someone always just comes from an inner state of lack. So you want to muster as much as you can within to not chase after a person who pulls away from you. That's step one. How do you do this? Step two, and anytime anything wrong is going on in your life, anytime you're having a bad day, you're in a bad mood, or you're in some sort of experience like this that really doesn't feel good, there's always going to be one I have my one go-to practice, and that is going to be you have to do. I'm saying you have to do, you don't have to do, but my recommendation is do self-love. The reason you want to do self-love is because when we're in dynamics where, of course, it happens, it's common, it happens to a lot of people, but when we're in a dynamic where someone is pulling away or we're feeling abandoned by them, it's so easy to start to feel less than, to start to feel not whole. And the best way that you can actually attract them back, which is going to be step 3 I'm going to talk about, the best way to attract them back is you have to build yourself back up into your full self, into the you that feels whole, the you that feels worthy, the you that feels incredible. And I'll tell you, anyone who has experienced this, they will tell you too. If someone pulls away from you, especially if that's just a common pattern in the relationship of them pulling away and you going after, if they pull away and you don't go after, and instead you start filling yourself with self-love. So I'm going to be going deep into this in my workshop today, but essentially this is I am statements of I am incredible, I am beautiful, I am a wonderful person, I am amazing, all I am statements. It has nothing to do with the other person. If you don't chase after them, and that's typically the dynamic, I promise you're going to get their attention, okay? That's just number one. If you don't participate in the pattern the way it normally unfolds, that's going to stop them, and that's probably going to turn them your way. So again, step 1 is you do not go after them. How you do that is step 2, you do massive self-love. I will link my self-love playlist. Self-love is, when in doubt, do self-love. That's really always going to be the go-to. You can't go wrong if you're doing self-love. You can't, because when you feel good about yourself, you have to create an outer reality that makes you feel good. That's just how manifesting works. It's all a reflection of your inner world. Okay, so step 2 is self-love. Step 3 is eventually, but don't jump into this too fast, you want to build yourself with self-love first. Because sometimes we can kind of fool ourselves. I know I haven't told you what step 3 is yet. I'm going to in a second, but I want to say this. Sometimes we can fool ourselves into thinking we're okay and trying to jump into attracting a person back, but we're still in the lack experience. You want to be out of the lack experience as much as possible. You want to be landed in your own wholeness. And then from that inner state of wholeness, you're in the wholeness because you've done a lot of self-love. From that inner state of wholeness, you then start imagining them coming towards you. You literally start to feel within that they're turning around and coming towards you. They're coming towards me. That could be your only affirmation. They're coming towards me, but you feel it as well. They come towards me. I don't make any movement. They come towards me. This is the way you handle someone who has pulled away from you. Eventually, if you become like so landed in, I'm not going anywhere, they're coming towards me, and you're super convinced of that, of course, that's what you're gonna manifest, right? Because our outer reality is just a reflection of our inner reality, and everything that's happening out there is a reflection of your inner world. The more you can land in your absolute self-worth, self-confidence, knowing that you are absolutely amazing, irresistible, magnetic, all these things, when you know that within, with all of who you are, you have to create it in the outer reality. It's just how it works. Okay guys, thank you so much for being here with me in this video. I love being here with you. Make sure you check out my self-love workshop. It is a self-love workshop, but my Become Magnetic workshop, it's gonna happen today in a few hours. So I'm excited to see you in there, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.